Yes, this was a great idea. Hey, you know what we should do? We should wake up, not do anything with our hair or face, put on an old shirt and some shorts, and just sit in a bathtub. This was a wonderful idea, not uncomfortable at all. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you tuned in here whenever you saw the notification looking for real content, but you know, we don't do that here. The 2010s ended. I'm late to be saying this because it's already February, but who cares, I'm gonna say it anyway. The 2010s are done. We are now in 2020. I want you to think back. I'm gonna unlock this deep memory in your mind. I want you to think back whenever you were just a young kid and your favorite shows came out on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. iCarly. Iconic. Victorious. Queen. There was one show that defined my childhood. Hannah Montana. I was a Hannah Montana fangirl. Hannah Montana was mood, Hannah Montana was life. I remember whenever I was a kid, I used to have this Hannah Montana, like, Guitar Hero guitar, you know, that play guitar that you play with? I didn't even have the game, I just loved the guitar so much. It was purple, had flowers all over it, purple and white, had her face like right here. I thought Hannah Montana was a real celebrity for so long. And she was a real celebrity. And now we don't talk about her. It's probably best if we keep it that way, to be honest. But there was one show I remember that all of my friends were so into, and I remember watching a little bit of it, but I never really got into it because Mermaids. I was a tomboy growing up, and even though Hannah Montana was my favorite thing in the world, I refused to do anything girly. I liked the idea, I just didn't want myself to be portrayed as that because, oh, I had such a big reputation to keep in second grade. But now I am very much into the mermaid game. So there is this one show that I recently stumbled upon that I remember all of my friends wanting me to watch with them, but I never did. And it is called H2O, Just Add Water. Now, I want to watch this with you guys, but I rewatched the first episode, and you know, it's very basic. It's a basic pilot episode. It just tells you what happens, and then it goes into the real story. It's not exactly boring. It's just what you would expect from a show like this. I say that, but then it's like really weird, and then you guys probably aren't gonna get it. So I pulled up the Wikipedia page, so I'm just gonna read the synopsis to you of the first episode. That way we can go into the second episode, which is the one that I actually don't remember a lot about, so it's gonna be more fun to watch my reaction. So Series 1, Episode 1 aired in 2006. Oh, to be 6 years old again and not liking mermaids and now loving them at the age of 19. Times. Emma Gilbert, Cleo Sartori, and Ricky Chadwick are three teenage girls who become stranded on the mysterious Mako Island. Oh, this is also an Australian show, and their accents are kind of thick, but not exactly that thick that you won't be able to understand them. Just thought I should throw that out there. When they enter an underground pool of water that leads to the ocean, they find themselves bathed in the glow of moonlight from overhead. Basking in that moonlight, goddesses, queens. After being rescued, the girls return to their normal lives, but soon discover they have changed. Oh, what a transformation. Did the water have something to do with it? Seconds after contact with water, they transform into mermaids. Oh, mermaids. After further experimentation, they discovered that they also have unique supernatural powers over water. Real waterbenders, y'all. We are all waterbenders over here. Aang, who? Excuse me? What's the girl's name in that show? Katara who? Is it Katara? I'm gonna go with Katara. Because I don't remember the show, but I love the show so much that I feel like it's bad that I don't remember her name. Emma can freeze water, Cleo can control the shape and volume of water, and Ricky can boil water. Make me some pasta, girl. Pasta is what I need right now. Ooh. I should make spaghetti. Should I make spaghetti? I'm gonna make spaghetti after this. The girls enlisting Cleo's longtime friend Lewis McCartney. No, it's Lewis. Any relation to Paul? To try and determine why this has happened to them and help them keep their new identity a secret. Shh. No telling. XOXO Gossip Girl. The series focuses on the girls dealing with everyday teen problems while trying to cope with their newfound abilities. Well, you know, can't be a mermaid with acne. Maybe that's why I'm not a mermaid yet. Alright, so that's basically the first episode. Some douchebag strands them on a boat, they drift out to sea, they swim to an island where they jump into a magical pool of water that turns them into mermaids. They get back, they figure out that they have these powers, they can't tell anybody because scientists and all. You know how all these shows be. And that's basically the first episode. So, nothing really happens except for that. And that's really all you need to know, because I watched the beginning of the second episode and it really just takes off with it. So, without further ado, let's watch this second episode. That's some aesthetic bathwater. I want my bathwater to be that blue. Look at those bubbles. I should have put bubbles in here. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I forgot that their tails looked like that. Why do their tails look like raw cooked fish? Oh no, that was so gross. I mean, it's magical, but oh, that just reminded me of fried catfish. Oh, that's so gross. Okay, well, let's get back into this. Oh. How rich are they? That was like a 3-story house. Girly. No.
If you want a lift to school.
Okay, so this is one part I do remember whenever I rewatched the first episode. They can't touch water at all or they will grow their tails. In the first episode, though, there was one scene where this girl manipulates water whenever she's right next to a fire hydrant and she like makes it come loose and it sprays all over one dude. She is right next to it. You're telling me that no water splashed on her during that scene? Conspiracy? I think so.
It's okay, Kim.
A walk.
You're fine.
Did y'all ever have those little, the things that she has in her hair, the ponytails with, like, the big balls on them? I used to have some of those and they would always get caught in my hair and tangled. It was such a pain to get out. I had to cut one out one time. It got so bad and tangled in my hair. My hair used to be like right down to like... My hair used to be like down to here on me whenever I was a kid, like in grade school, you know, like right here at the hip. That thing got so tangled in my hair I had to literally get scissors and cut them out. Oh, I refused to wear those, but my mom would always make me wear them. I hated them so much, so much. They don't deserve to be loved. This show came out in 2006. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say that no, they didn't go underwater to get the sounds of the dolphin. But does a dolphin really make that kind of noise? Like, I know they chitter and they squeak or whatever, but do they sound like that? I've been around a dolphin before and they've chittered at me. They didn't sound like that. They just sounded aggressive.
This is a catastrophe of the highest order.
That was a beautiful transition. You know, I should probably do a transition because you guys are really far away and it's probably messing up all this, so the transition was useless because I have you all on a charger right now, so you're just kind of sitting on an angle, and I don't have a portable charger charged up right now, so y'all are just going to have to stay that far away, and I'm just going to probably have to talk louder if the volume hasn't gone through correctly, so sorry guys, I'm unprepared.
Moisturizer is mainly water.
Moisturizer? What? Wait. Is that true? Wait, do I have a moisturizer with me? This isn't a moisturizer. Where's a moisturizer? I'm gonna grab a moisturizer real quick. Oh, moisturizer is mainly water. Huh. It's like water, sodium lauryl sulfate, tea lauryl sulfate? What is Oleth 10? Okay.
If dolphins can swim for miles, so can we.
We can't moisturize ever again.
We could swim all the way to Fiji. Could you imagine that?
Our skin will be dry and wrinkly. We'll be geriatrics by the time we're 21.
I missed training today. First time in 6 years.
See?
I feel like she just wanted to be included in the conversation. They're like, you can't moisturize. Imagine if we could swim. I missed practice today. Just thought y'all should know.
See how bad this is? We have to tell somebody, our parents, a doctor, the police.
And end up a mermaid in a straitjacket with moisturised skin? Forget it.
Ricky's right, Cleo. We can't tell anyone. Not even Mum.
No parents.
But I tell Mum everything.
Well, not this time.
But I have such a close relationship with my mother! I need to tell her everything that's going on every second of my life! God, you don't understand. You don't understand me. I am no ordinary girl, it says it in the title.
It's too dangerous. People just won't understand. We could be locked up. Why would we be locked up? Because we're different? Because we can do things that other girls can't do? Because they're scared of us?
Why would we be locked up? We're just literal half fish people. Hey, Dad.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing at home?
Yep, just at home.
No, okay. Alright. Alright, bye.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
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 Okay.
Alright, Dad.
Talk to you later.
Love you too. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Alright, bye.
Fine. I won't tell anyone. Except Lewis.
No, Cleo. Not Lewis, not anyone.
Okay. Don't worry. I'm really good at keeping secrets.
I'm really good at keeping secrets. I'm really good at it, guys. Trust me. You can trust me. I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anyone. I won't tell anybody our secret. That was the worst Australian accent anybody has ever produced out of their mouth holes.
Now it's party time, people. No excuses. In honour of our very own surfing god, the beautiful Byron, for winning his special prize.
What prize?
Whatever it is they give out for surfing.
Yeah, you really... We're the cool girls. You really expect us to know what prizes they give out for surfing contests? How dare you, Cleo? How dare you think that we know what kind of prize you're going to get if you win the surfing contest? We are the cool girls. We don't know this stuff.
Hey, Cleo.
Oh, hi, Lewis. Nothing much has been happening with me. Nothing much at all. Just the same old thing.
Cleo, are you going to Miriam's party?
Of course I'm going.
Now don't forget, girls, bring your best bikinis. It's a pool party.
Right. Well, seeing as you're going,
I've changed my mind. I'm not going.
We can only wear bikinis to a pool party. Girlie, only bikinis allowed. If you come in one of those
Steak-ass one pieces.
we will kick you out so fast. Hold up, why did she tell him that she was going and then she automatically rejected whenever they mentioned they had to wear bikinis? Why would she be going anyway? It's a pool party. There's water involved. So wouldn't you just automatically say no and not say no only when she mentions bikinis? Like,
It's so uncool to miss one of Miriam's parties. She won't ask us ever again.
So, that's a plus.
It's a pool party. I know it's dangerous, but maybe if I told Lewis about us, he could look out for us.
No, you did the right thing, Cleo. None of us are going.
Well, if we learn more about what's happening to us, we might be able to control it enough to go to the party.
Really? What's to learn? We touch water, and 10 seconds later we grow tails.
if you know you touch water and you can reveal your secret so easily, why are you walking next to water? If I was a mermaid and I was trying to keep my secret and I knew that I had to touch water in order to turn into a mermaid, I would just be completely in the middle of a city where there's no water. Why are you guys next to... Again, I don't care if you're in Australia. I don't care if you're surrounded by water. Right in the background, there's a whole city where I'm pretty sure there's no water, just streets. Girls.
Maybe it's about developing some discipline, exercising some control.
That'd be perfect. That's great. Control. Then we can go to the party. I'll text Lewis.
You do realise you're gonna have to swim to test this theory.
What? No way. Forget it.
What? We just had a whole 5-minute conversation about us saying that we need to swim and learn how to control our powers so we can go to this pool party? And now you're telling me that in order to learn how to control my powers, I need to swim in order to go to this pool party? I need to know how to swim and control it? No. Sorry, girls. I'm out. No.
Come on! It's not even deep here.
No.
Please, Cleo.
No.
No. No. No.
No tail. No tail. No tail. No tail.
Who leaked the information? This is my secret, highly classified fishing spot. Someone must have blabbed.
Sorry.
It's fine. Hey, I got your message about going to the party.
Oh. Yeah, that was an old message. I'm not going anymore.
She did text him? She did text him? She just made a whole deal about not texting him, telling him that she wasn't going to go to the party because she needs to learn how to swim to control. But then she texts him saying she's going to go to the party knowing she can't control her powers. This girl.
Well, I might just join you all for a swim then.
We're naked, Lewis.
Just a quick dip then?
Goodbye, Lewis.
First he figures out where they are, then he's not worried about them being naked. Me thinking that Lewis is kind of... Me thinking that Lewis is kind of creepy.
We're never going to be invited anywhere cool ever again. And why? Because we've got tails. My swimming career is over. I just have one question. Why me? I didn't ask for any of this to happen.
Girlie, you can manipulate water. Why are you complaining? All you gotta do is not touch water and then you'll be fine. You literally have powers. Girl, you make me mad. She is my least favorite character. I do not like her as a character.
You think you've got problems? I've been training to be a swimmer since I was 6 months old.
Well, say goodbye to that dream because we're mer freaks now.
You two are unbelievable. Look at yourselves. You're drinking water from mid-air. And Emma, you just made an instant icy pole. Anybody else would love to be able to do that.
That's what I'm saying! Girl, this girl knows what's up. She knows that since they have powers, they are now awesome. Why are they complaining? They have superpowers. This literally like almost everybody's dream on planet Earth. Live with it and learn to love it.
You've both got these amazing powers, and all you do is whinge, whinge, whinge. I don't even have a power. Do you hear me complaining? No. Well, I've had enough. I don't want to hang around with whingers.
Whinge, whinge, whinge. I've never heard anybody say whinge. She doesn't want to hang out with any whingers.
I know how she feels. Sometimes I don't even want to hang around with me.
Because you're literally the worst character in this entire show, and I don't like you, and she doesn't like you for good reason. I know how she feels. Girlie, she literally just explained the reason why you don't know how she feels.
Lewis, what do you think of Ricky?
You know those stonefish that kind of look like a rock? You could shoot enough poison to kill an entire football team in half a second. She kind of reminds me of one of those.
What fish is that? What did he say it's called? A stonefish? Oh god, they're weird looking. Like, can you see that? Can you see that? They are weird looking. I no longer like the ocean. Hi guys, you're closer now because now I have about enough of a charge on my phone that hopefully y'all can stay there. If you'll end up moving farther away, you know what happened.
Congratulations, Byron. What's your ranking now? You must be getting up there.
Control yourself.
Control yourself, girlie. We know what you're doing. You're asking him about his high score in billiards. Control yourself.
Hey, Zane. You're dry. That must feel different.
Look, Lewis. I don't know what happened with that fire hydrant. But if you so much as mention it again, I'll remove your head from your shoulders.
You know how in some movies and cartoons or animes, the bad guy, like, has the good guy, like, all tied up in, like, chains because he knows that he's gonna kill him, but then he, like, goes in with, like, his weapon, he, like, puts it under his chin, he, like, tilts his chin up to talk to him. Am I the only one who gets, like, a little bit of a little rush whenever I see that? Just me? Okay, fair.
Let it go, Lewis.
She's right. It's not worth it, mate. Will it change him? No.
Byron is such a nice guy. Emma's right. We should go to Miriam's party to show some support for him. I mean, what a hero.
Great, so go.
You think?
Yeah. Whatever blows your hair back. Cleo, I don't get you. 1 minute you're going, and then you're not, and now you're going again.
This is what I'm saying! This must be one of them teenage problems that they were talking about. No one likes her because she doesn't know what she wants. Girly.
Are you sure you can afford to miss training again?
Are the regionals coming up?
You trained when you had the flu, even when you broke your wrist. You swam with one arm.
If she's that bad, maybe she should see a doctor.
I don't need a doctor.
How come they can touch water and turn into mermaids? But why can't they drink water or drink fluids that have water in them and not turn into mermaids? Wouldn't it affect them just as much if it was inside their system rather than outside?
Sweetheart, you have been spending an awful lot of time in your bedroom lately and locked up in the bathroom. Is there anything we need to talk about?
It's nothing.
It's all right to feel moody. Yeah? You're at an age where you're going through a lot of changes.
Exactly, Mum. You got it in one.
Her mom's just trying to give her some good advice, and she's like, exactly. You don't understand me, Mom. I am no ordinary girl. We've already been through this.
Hi, Miriam. I was just calling to let you know that I'll definitely be at your party. Probably. Well, I just thought I'd let you know. What will I be wearing? Something appropriate. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How did that work? She has 2 legs in 2 different leg sleeves. How did her tail... Did her tail split apart?
Ricky, can I sit?
I certainly hope so, just not with me.
I know we've had our differences. Thanks. But I want to know what's wrong with Cleo.
What makes you think there's anything wrong?
Well, I've asked her to go to Miriam's party like 100 times, and every time she changes her mind.
Maybe she doesn't like you. Did you think about that?
Maybe she doesn't like you creeping around.
Yes, actually did cross my mind. But then I thought, oh no, she hangs around with you, her standards must be pretty low.
Goodbye, Lewis.
Yo! He could end her whole career right there in one swoop.
I'm not even speaking to her at the moment, okay? I'm just trying to be alone right now, so if you could just...
What the? Ow! It's hot.
Ow! It's hot!
I'm glad you called. I'm sorry I was talking about all that negative stuff before. I'm not normally like that, it's just that I was...
Em, it's cool. I need to show you something.
Okay, I'm officially curious. What do you want to show me?
Hey, you guys! Are you naked again?
We're having a bit of a girl talk, Lewis.
Yes, but are you naked?
Go, Lewis!
Are you naked again? Are you naked again? I'm just asking, are you naked?
No, I'm here to fish. But I'm having withdrawals. I need the relaxation. If anyone's going, it's you guys.
Don't push it, Lewis.
Yes, I know you guys are having your girl time, but are you naked though? I'm just asking, like, why do you have to be so rude? I just want to know if you're naked. I may or may not leave if you just tell me you're naked. I know I said I don't care if you guys are surrounded by water because you're in Australia. But in this case, I do care. You are in Australia and you are surrounded by water. You can't fish anywhere else? You can't go, like, down the way a little bit to fish. There's more fish over there, I'm pretty sure. Not every fish in the world just gathers right here where the mermaids are. You can just go. Just go like a mile down the beach and I'm pretty sure there's still going to be fish. There might be better fish. You're in Australia, you're surrounded by water. You
can go somewhere else to fish!
You don't need to be having withdrawals. Are you telling me that he has not fished at all because every time he goes to his spot, there's girls there? Lewis, I was pulling for you to be a good character. You're just creepy and you're dumb.
Shouldn't you be following Cleo around?
No way. I'm totally over that, trust me. I don't know what's going on with Cleo lately. She just can't make up her mind. You see what I mean? It's Cleo. She's going to the party again. I give up.
Lewis, you've got to do us a favour. Make sure Cleo doesn't go to the party on her own. Call her back.
No, I'm here to fish.
Lewis, this is important. She could be in trouble.
No. I'm here to fish. I can't go a mile up the way because there's no fish there, obviously. Hello?
Hey, what's wrong?
Hey, I wanted to know if you were still at the store or if you were going to the store.
I'm at Dillard's.
Oh, cool.
Why? What did you need?
Oh, I was going to ask if you were going to the store because they're still out of milk.
Oh, shut up!
What?
Gosh.
What?
You're like a little baby, sucking up all the milk.
I am not. There's a difference between baby and addict.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think it's the same. It's like a baby addict.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, alright, bye.
Alright, bye.
You like her, don't you?
Well, in a friendship kind of way.
Well?
It's a pool party, remember?
I remembered. It's just I've got this terrible cold, so I won't be swimming. At all. So where's Byron?
So does she like Lewis or does she like Byron? Lewis likes her. She likes Byron. Okay.
I'm sure he'll be here any minute. You're really keeping that on?
Oh yeah. You can't be too careful with a cold.
Huh? Ew, gross.
Look who's here. Just when we wanted a bit of fun.
No. Get back.
Don't be like that, Cleo. You had a good laugh when I got soaked last week. Now it's your turn.
I have a cold. I can't go in the water. It's the flu, actually, and it's catching.
Come on. Swim time. You're going in.
It could even be...
Bad touch. You need to back up, sir. You're way too in my camera angle, alright?
Cleo. Cleo. Cleo.
Lewis. I didn't think you were coming.
Oh, no, I was just cruising by. I thought I'd drop in.
What's with the fishing gear?
I never leave home without it. Have you seen Cleo?
She's round by the pool, spreading disease.
No, please, stop.
What do you reckon, Nate? On three?
No!
One,
Please,
two.
Let it go, Zane!
You insist?
Do you even have a brain?
You told me to let her go.
You told me to let her go. I was doing what you told me to do. I was only following orders. I'm the main antagonist of this show. You told me to let her go.
I'm so sorry about this.
Lewis, there's something you should know.
No, you don't have to say anything.
No, I really do. You know how I've been acting strange? Don't freak out, but...
Here is the thing! She's wearing jeans. Or like cardigans or something. She's wearing a long-legged pant. Why doesn't her tail just split into two different pieces? Why do the pants merge? Why does the tail merge into the pants? Why? I get they're mythical creatures and they're not supposed to make sense to the human mind, but clothes are clothes. There should be shreds of jeans in that pool.
Don't leave me. I really need your help. Lewis, please.
Where is everyone?
They're inside.
Her power is she can freeze water. Why did she freeze a door handle that didn't have water on it?
Can you guys give me a hand? She weighs a ton.
We can't. If we get wet, we'll grow tails too. Is that what you want?
Both of you? All of you? Seriously?
What's that dramatic zoom?
Both of you? All of you? Seriously?
Who's locked the door?
It's not locked.
Should have joined the gym.
What are we going to do with it?
Get back, Lewis.
Ow, that stings.
Yo, you really boiling her alive. We eating catfish tonight, girls.
There you go. Steam dried.
You found your power.
Guys, what is going on?
We'll explain later, Lewis. Come on. Never liked pool parties anyway. What is going on?
You should really check your heating system.
That's what it is. It's the heating system. The heating system goes directly to the pool as well as the house. You need to check your heating system.
This probably goes without saying, but if you tell, we maim you.
I'm not that stupid. If anybody found out, you'd end up as science experiments. Let me get this straight. You freeze things, you explode things, and you boil things. And you all grow tails. It's just too bizarre.
Bizarre? Yep. Still, sometimes it's good. And sometimes it's not so good.
I don't have a word for it.
I do. 3 of them. Totally, absolutely awesome.
Alright guys, that was episode 2 of H2O Just Add Water. Should we have started with episode 1? Maybe. But you know what? It's okay that we didn't. If you really want to go see it, then I really recommend it. It is a good show, even though I complained a lot. It's just, you know how 2006 sitcoms were and like shows like this. Even Hannah Montana had its faults, okay? I'm not denying. So anyway, yeah, that was my idea for this video today. If you want to see more videos like this of me reacting to shows or me doing a series, heck, if you want me to watch this whole show, I totally will in the series, and I'll put it in a playlist on my channel if you want. Just comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share my video. Word of mouth really helps me grow. And, you know, follow my social medias. I'll have those linked down in the description below. And yeah, I don't really think there's much else, I guess. Huh. Alright, well by this time, this water is grossly still warm, and it should be freezing by now, so that's just making me kind of worried, you know, so I think I'm gonna get out. Alright, bye!